Welcome into PFF TV, fresh out of Thursday Night Football. Not exactly a close game, but a pretty fun game to watch. The Pittsburgh Steelers came away with a 52-21 victory over the Carolina Panthers. And what we've got here is Premium Stats 2.0, all part of your PFF Elite package. If you've got your Pro Football Focus subscription, dive into PFF Elite, pull up your Premium Stats subscription, and start pulling up all the data from this game. The player grades, play-by-play grading, our patented process, plus all of the statistics that produces. If you click on anything here, you'll get 14 separate reports for each team that you can dive into, whether it's offense here in green, defense in red, and special teams in blue, because punters are people too, allegedly. So let's dive straight in to the offensive grades for the Pittsburgh Steelers here, because this is really the story of this game. Obviously, anytime you put 50 up, the offense is going to have done pretty well. And we've got blue grades all up at the top here. That's our elite, highest level grades. We've got grades in the 90s for Vance McDonald, for the fullback, Roosevelt Nix, albeit on just 6 snaps for him. Ben Roethlisberger up in the blue as well. Ryan Switzer in the slot, almost there with an 87.8. The Steelers generally were able to get an awful lot of joy with their offensive playmakers. And as we can see, the corresponding thing is true for the Carolina defense. There's a lot more orange, red, poor grades here. The one thing that is interesting, though, is whereas Julius Peppers was still able to get pressure despite being, oops, sorry, this is the Steelers defense, my bad. Where are we? Let's go to Carolina's defense. Carolina's defense, Julius Peppers right here up at the top, got himself a sack, still able to get it done despite being somewhere in the region of 122 years old. But as we see here, a lot more orange, a lot more red, a lot more bad grades for the Carolina defense. They were struggling despite having some playmakers. We've got Dante Jackson here, the rookie cornerback, dealing with Antonio Brown. Things did not go tremendously well for him. Even Luke Kuechly up here, their star middle linebacker, a grade of 65.0 for Kuechly, wasn't able to have the impact that they need him to have in order to slow down the Pittsburgh Steelers. So this time, if we go over to the Pittsburgh defense, we'll see what we saw a second ago, which is a lot more green grades up at the top. We've got a few guys that struggled down at the bottom. John Bostic, linebacker, couldn't deal with a guy like Christian McCaffrey, but a lot more impressive grades up here. And in particular, when it comes to pass rushing, we've got 3 total pressures from nose tackle Javon Hargrave. We've got 3 total pressures for Bud Dupree. We've got TJ Watt making some plays off the edge. The Steelers defense was able to get a lot of pressure on this Carolina offense and Cam Newton, which slowed them down and did not allow them to keep pace in what became a shootout. And if we dive in here to the pass blocking report, we get to see exactly what we're talking about for the Carolina pass blocking. They gave up a lot of pressure amongst the offensive line in particular. And down here, Christian McCaffrey, for all the good he did as a runner and as a receiver, when he was kept into pass block, he gave up a sack, he gave up a hurry, he had a pass blocking grade of just 28.6, right there in the red. But he wasn't alone. We've got center Tyler Larson, we've got Greg Van Roten at guard, we've got Ryan Khalil, we've got Chris Clark, all of these guys with below average grades when it comes to pass blocking, and that really put that Carolina offense in a hole. So let's dive in. If you get Premium Stats 2.0, if you've got PFF Elite, you pull it up, you dive into all these reports, get to see how everybody was graded coming out of Thursday Night Football, and of course every other game this season and for previous seasons. So whether your team's playing up on Sunday or whether your game has already been played, dive into Premium Stats, get yourself all the good data.